everyone, and welcome to Homecoming Week. We are so excited to be here with our athletics panel for the 2020 Homecoming start. I'm Addison Albert, here along with my fellow host, Brett. And let's get this started with a little introduction. How are you guys? Your name, your major, what sport position you're in, maybe where you're from, and what your favorite creamery flavor is.
I can go
Hi,
first.
guys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Quinn.
Sorry. I'm Quinn Nikolai. I'm a senior midfielder on the women's lacrosse team. My major is rehabilitation and human services with a minor in deafness and hearing, and I'm from Morristown, New Jersey. My favorite creamery ice cream is cookie dough.
I'll go. Hi, guys. My name's Emma Spizak. I am a major in public relations and a minor in business. I'm a forward on the field hockey team from Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania, and my favorite creamery flavor is strawberry.
Hi, my name's Kate. I am on the lacrosse team. I'm a defender. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I'm majoring in accounting and minoring in graphic design, and my favorite creamery flavor is Scholar Chip.
Yeah, I'll go first. So thank you guys, first of all, for having TJ and I on to represent the men's team. And my name is Mike Shinsky. I'm a senior midfielder for the men's team. My major is labor and employment relations, and I'm minoring in business. My hometown is Medford, New Jersey, about 15, 20 minutes away from Quinn's high school. So we were high school rivals. My favorite creamery flavor would probably be bittersweet mint.
I'm TJ. I'm a junior. I'm a finance major on the men's lacrosse team. I play attack, and I'm from Westchester, Pennsylvania, but I went to the Hadford School. And my favorite flavor from the creamery is mint chip, or bittersweet mint, or whatever. So.
Thank you guys so much for being with us today. So just so you know a little bit about us, my name is Addison Albert, and I am a broadcast journalism major, and I'm a senior.
What's going on, everybody? Super happy to be here. Super happy to have all these amazing athletes here, too. I'm Brett Randby. I'm also a senior, majoring in information science and technology. And let's get started with these questions. And once again, thank you guys, each and every one of you, for hopping on. See that we're representing the lacrosse and field hockey team in a lot of spirit tonight, so I'm super excited for that. So first question I want to ask you guys is, why did you choose to Penn State and play your sport specifically here? And if you guys just want to do the same order, whatever order you guys want to do, just kind of have fun with the question, I guess.
Yeah, I chose to come to Penn State to play lacrosse. It was kind of a no-brainer. I came here and I just loved the atmosphere and I loved the people. The small town vibe, and just in a little college town where all my best friends were there right away as soon as I got on campus. So I just loved the atmosphere, the tradition, the legacy that came with being on the women's lacrosse team here.
That's awesome. Thank you.
I agree with Quinn. The atmosphere is always electric at any event you go to at Penn State. But also, I think what's really special is the abundance of resources, both athletically and academically. And it's a privilege to work with such an amazing staff and professors. So really excited to be here.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think what really drew me to Penn State was, again, like they had everything. It was a great academic life, amazing athletics, and just such a beautiful campus that you really couldn't go wrong. And there were so many opportunities at every single corner. You can get involved in basically anything you wanted, which is amazing.
Yeah, I agree with all three of them in the aspect that the campus culture here is just everyone's loyal to the town of State College, and everyone's loyalty to the athletic programs here is almost second to none across all the NCAA. From the lacrosse aspect, I think I probably chose here just to start something new. Our program was on the rise, so instead of going to a more prominent school that had already made a name for themselves, I was intrigued by our staff's position on making our goal of winning that national championship. So that's probably why I came here.
I came here because I feel like I could excel in all three aspects that I really wanted out of college, which would probably be athletically, academically, and socially. And I feel like Penn State offered the best of all those worlds. And then I decided to play lacrosse here because just like the great culture environment on the team.
Great answers all around. Love that. I wish I still played sports. I miss that dynamic.
You all talked so much about the electricity of Penn State and the tradition. And I just want to know, and this is to any of you, if any of you have one memory that really sticks out about being at Penn State and being a part of this amazing athletic program.
I think for me, especially in like making my decision to come to Penn State, like part of the recruiting process is getting to be on the sidelines for a football game. And I'm from Texas, so like I've never been to Penn State football game. Like obviously we have big Texas football, but there was just really nothing that compared to it. Just so much like energy, electricity. Like the players are right there. There's so many people in the stands. Like the music blaring. It just really didn't compare to anything else I had experienced, and it was just I'll always remember that.
I think what's amazing, it's not only just the big sports like football. Like I went to my first fencing match at Penn State, and even there, like everybody was so into it. And I was like, I don't even know what's going on, but let's go.
We are, right? Doesn't matter what sport you're at, you're ready.
Kind of want to check out fencing now, to be honest.
I recommend.
For me, I think a more specific memory for Kate and I think it was our freshman year Big Ten tournament. We came out and like destroyed Northwestern. Our sidelines were hype. It was just really all around a good experience and one of the most fun days I've ever had here in college.
Yeah, I was going to actually bring that up. It was like so much fun, like on the field, on the sidelines. We had so much energy. We were doing like celebrations after each goal or anything. And we actually got on like the or ESPN, like top 10 because of all of our celebrations. And it was pretty hype.
Yeah, I think the biggest memory for me too was my freshman year. We had alumni weekend in the spring. So many people from many different classes that have came through our program, and even Penn State in general, were there to watch us beat Johns Hopkins for the first time ever. And it was just an amazing atmosphere to have them on the sideline during the game, cheering for us with our parents, and then just seeing them after the game and just talking to them about how proud they were of us. It just ties back into the alumni network that's here, and it's incredible to have, and I don't think that many other places have it.
I'd have to agree with you. Penn State and their alumni and their current students, I mean, that's what makes our school set apart from any other Big Ten or any smaller school either. What about TJ? Do you have a favorite memory that sticks out?
Yeah, I think my favorite memory is my freshman year alumni weekend as well. We played Rutgers. It was Mike's sophomore year, and we won like by one goal, scored it with like a minute left, and it was just awesome to see all the alumni that had come back, and it really makes what you're doing worth it.
Oh, yeah, and being in those atmospheres is so amazing too. I mean, I think for me specifically too, like looking back, it's almost kind of bittersweet seeing all or hearing about all these memories and everything, and you're so fortunate to have those amazing experiences. But then like once you get to that age where you're graduate, you're like, oh my God, like I don't want to see it go, but you're so happy to have those experiences in the first place. So then next up, over kind of looking back, reflecting upon your Penn State journey, what has been one thing that you guys have learned about yourself in any way, shape, or form?
For me, I think the biggest thing I learned was academically. I kind of came in thinking I wanted to do one thing and ended up doing something else. So now my major is something that I never imagined it being, looking to become an occupational therapist. So just learning about myself and what I wanted in my future coming here at Penn State.
I'll go. I think something I learned about myself is that I'm a very challenge-driven person. I feel like this past semester and summer especially, we've been faced with a lot of challenges, some tough, some fun, but I guess I find them all fun when I get to tackle them either by myself or alongside my teammates.
Yeah, I think what I've definitely learned over the past, I guess, 4 years now is kind of how to be independent but also work as a team, like kind of get what you need to do done, but also come together as a team to work with everyone else to accomplish a common goal, like either academically or athletically. You have to do what you can to help the team, and it's never like an individual thing, but it's really good to be able to like work on yourself outside of the team atmosphere.
I think the one thing I love about Penn State is that it's just so competitive in all aspects. I mean, athletically to the classroom, to socially, to meeting new people and getting yourself out there to be vulnerable. I think the one thing I learned is that you have to actually make the attempt to do the things that you want to do, or else it's just not going to come to you. A lot of things are earned instead of given now at this point because everybody athletically is as good as you, and everybody across campus is as social as you, and probably even more social because it's so big. So there's plenty of opportunity, and you just have to go out there and embrace it.
What I learned about myself from being here is that if you're like very enthusiastic and you love what you do, it's gonna make what you do a whole lot easier. And I can take that going into life, and like after I graduate, just know that if I really enjoy something, then I'm gonna do it a lot better than if I don't enjoy it at all.
Well said, TJ. Well said. I think Kate mentioned the word routine, and that is something that sets you all apart from the rest of the student body, or most of the student body, is that game day routine. So how do you guys get ready for your big games?
I'm personally a very superstitious person. So Kate and I think our game days normally look like a breakfast at the Penn Stater with our entire team. We hang out, eat together. Sometimes our boosters come and like we'll all hang out. And then no matter how far away the game is, you're in the locker room. It could be 9 a.m. The game's not till 4 and you're in the locker room just hanging out with each other. And then I personally, kind of weird, I like to wear the same sports bra and spandex, same socks, same headband every single game. So I'm definitely superstitious, and those are like my favorite things to focus on game day.
I guess the job done. Why not, right?
I always hear women's lacrosse blaring their music on game day. We always blare ours. Sort of a tradition is game day dance parties in the locker room. And during that time, we all braid each other's hair. Super girly stuff, but it is also tradition.
Yeah, I would say my game days look pretty similar to what the two of them described. Just kind of getting excited, getting like really like pumped with the rest of your team, getting ready for the game day and getting the right like mindset. Just go in, be confident, and do what you do right, and just do the easy things.
Speaking for TJ and myself, we don't necessarily see what both those girls teams do. We can definitely hear it down the hall in the East area. So the dance parties can definitely vouch for that back in our locker room up against theirs, and seeing all the confetti fly out of their locker room, it's kind of funny. So it gets the job done. They've done well over time. So, but me personally, I don't really have any superstitions. I think every game is a little bit different. So you have to approach every game with a different mindset. I'm kind of a extroverted person, so I like to just play the music that I like to listen to and dance around the locker room, talk to people, get the vibes going around, maybe play a couple games of foosball. I don't know, I just like to be vocal and try to relax myself as much as possible before the whistle blows.
It's all about bringing that energy, right, dude?
Yep.
I was going to say, maybe, Mike, you should introduce some confetti to the boys' locker room.
I don't know. I think that's TJ's job this year. He can do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't do many dance parties, but I wish we did. I would be on the floor dancing like crazy. But I personally, I like to take a nap before the game because well, like depending if we have an away trip, like even if it's like a 30-minute nap, I like to relax myself, and like I play my best, I think, when I'm not worried about anything and just go out there and have fun. So I think I'm pretty chill on game day. Sometimes I get too intense and I play worse. So yeah, a dance party would actually be better. So.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm taught the one thing I love too. You guys give such a variety of answers, and I think it's like I feel like I should be like taking notes on how to get like amped up for some big event, for like a job interview or something along those lines. So a lot of you two have been saying how big Penn State is, and I mean looking around campus, there's such a wide variety of places to go to and places to be at. So for you personally, or you all guys personally, what would you say is your most favorite spot to go to across campus?
My favorite spot, I think, is the hub, just because that's like where I can roll up to and see my entire team, other teams, hang out, socialize, get lunch, get work done. It's kind of the center of campus socially and academically. You get your homework done, hang out. So that's my favorite spot to head to before practice.
My favorite spot would have to be the Arboretum. There's always a lot going on on campus, but sometimes I like my alone time, my quiet time. And they're also making, I think, a new part, a little bird sanctuary. So I'm anxious to see that.
Coolest place on campus, easily.
For me, mine's a little different. I actually really love the library. I've had a lot, like I get a lot of work done there. If I ever need to like crank out, they have a Starbucks there. Just get my Starbucks, go find like a little nook in the library and get a lot of work done. And then also another place that comes to my mind would be my freshman dorm, which is McElwain, which I think Emma, y'all were in there too.
Yes,
I
go
just
Miguel
think,
Wayne.
yep, the best dorm on campus. It just had so many great memories and like a sense of community because my entire grade was together and that's where we got to know each other. So I haven't really been there since, but when I think of like one of my favorite places on campus, that's definitely up there.
So funny you said that too, Kate, because that was the only thing that came to mind really for me was Hart Ramp Hall. The Hart Ramp Hotel is what we called it when we first showed up here. It was the first place I met all my classmates, and the journey really started there. So came in with 15. I think we're now at 13 with a couple guys redshirting and a couple guys leaving, but we're still in contact with those guys, and we're all brothers. So that would probably be number one for me. And probably Quinn too, the hub, just because you can use those meal points at Chick-fil-A and get anything you kind of want before you head to class and a lift or a workout, whatever it is. But yeah, I'd go with the Hart Ramp Hotel.
Yeah, I think mine's probably the hub too. A little boring, but it's just cool that there's so many people in there.
Yeah, you guys touched a little bit on what I wanted to talk about next, which is kind of funny, but you know, eventually our time at Penn State will come to an end, sadly. But like you said, alumni life is not too bad either. But what are those memories that you're going to take away from Penn State that you just won't forget?
I'd say the people. I mean, every person that I've come in contact here has made a difference in my life and where my life is headed. So the relationships that I made, I'm very grateful for, and I'm happy that they happened here.
I totally agree with that one. I think the people that you meet and the experiences that you have with said people really, I think, leaves the most lasting impact on your stuff. Awesome answer.
Sorry to copy you. I'd also say the people, but I think the memories, especially with my teammates at like tough practices, tough games, some reason, whenever we talk about those, like just the fact that we overcame something or had a good time was something I'll always remember.
Yeah, I think the people is obviously a given. So outside of that, I would definitely go off what Emma said and like memories. I think like one of the ones that also definitely take away from me is like the funniest memories where it's like just like having such a great time, like laughing with your best friends that you really like won't be able to recreate in a different time. So I think those are definitely the best parts of my experience. But then also, I think another great thing about Penn State is wherever you go, it's like 9 out of 10 chance that there's going to be another Penn Stater there. So like whether you're in the airport or even different city, country even, like the odds that someone's going to come up to you and say we are is like pretty high. So I think that's, again, like the people, you'll just take that with you for the rest of your journey wherever you are if you're wearing a Penn State logo.
Yeah, it's crazy too, Kate. I think that the best thing for me is the most notable thing is probably just the relationships and support you get along the way. Whether it's team to team that we have right now with TJ and I being on here with the field hockey team and the girls lacrosse team. I mean, we know each other just from being out and about, and other aspects too with the relationships you get with your coaches and administrators and so on. Just the amount of people that you're exposed to, an opportunity that comes with it. You're really just grateful for the process and what's overcame you along the way. And when you get out of here too, it's what brings everyone back for that particular homecoming weekend that we talk about now, to get back and relive those memories.
I think I won't forget the people that I meet here either, just because you're with them for however much time, but especially my teammates, like it's like they're like my brothers to an extent. So like I'll probably have like 100 teammates by the time I get out of here, just from like different grades and stuff. So those are 100 people that I can always rely on.
Definitely, yeah. And it's awesome to see how connected you are with all your teammates. And I think that's one thing that's so amazing about the Penn State Athletics program, or at least from the outside looking in, seeing how much you guys connect. I mean, seeing how much time you spend with each other, really. It's just an amazing thing to see. And honestly, I think that was like the most wholesome question. We got the most wholesome answer. So that makes my heart happy, right? And then kind of for like the last question, or at least last question that we have lined up, in the spirit of homecoming week, what has been your favorite part or event related to homecoming?
I mean, obviously the football game. It's always a good time to get out with your teammates, especially my team. We all hang out at our house, make it a huge day. The atmosphere of State College is packed and crazy, hundreds of people everywhere. So it's definitely super fun to experience something like that.
Football game is awesome, but I've been hearing great things about pumpkin painting. Rumor has it. So I'm excited about that.
I would definitely say a great part about homecoming is the parade. I personally have never been in the parade, but you can like hear it from streets and streets away. And then when you witness it, it's pretty cool to see so many people coming together to celebrate Penn State, and then just the amazing like different floats people create are pretty awesome and fun to see.
So unfortunately for me, I live pretty far away from campus, down all the way down West College Ave. So, but fortunately enough, I'm able to see all the preparation that goes into homecoming weekend, coming back from campus and going all the way down College Ave. It's pretty cool and unique to see that the community just comes together and puts everything forth for all the alumni that have sacrificed so much of their time for Penn State. And a memory I have too is the first time I came up here to meet kids on the team and actually be a part of Penn State. That was my sophomore year of high school, and it was the homecoming game for the fall. So that was pretty cool. It was the first time I was in Beaver Stadium, and we do that every year where we're able to take the recruits down there and get them to feel actually at home in Beaver Stadium and around all the people of Penn State.
Yeah, I remember the parade my freshman year. Just walking outside the dorms and like wondering what was going on, and I never really experienced something like that. I was actually kind of scared because like it was so loud, and I'm not a big parade guy, like so I kind of got like really nervous because there were so many people, and but they did a really good job with it, and very very cool stuff. So I mean, yeah, that's about it. I don't even know much about homecoming, to be honest. So.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. No worries. Honestly, I was the same way my freshman year. I heard everything outside my dorm. My dorm was like right next to where the parade was going. I was like, dude, like what is that? It was blaring through the walls. I had to go check it out. But,
Yeah, the same thing with me.
yeah, it's a good time though. Honestly, the parade's always fun, and I mean everything that you guys said kind of speaks loads to what homecoming is and like what we're about. So thank you guys so much for everything and all of your time. Addie, did you have any other like questions you want to ask? I had one off the top of my head.
Well, if you have a last question, go ahead and ask it. Yeah.
I was just gonna like ask all you guys like if you wanted to give like a shout out to like your team or like what you guys have got going on, to kind of like to get people hyped up for your season or whatever. And I know it's a little bit different with everything going on, but if you guys like want to add anything in, take the floor.
For our team, I'd say it's definitely been a crazy semester with everything going on. Nobody expected this in a million years. But I think our team has taken it head on, and we've been able to have 20-hour weeks of practice and put in work that not everyone is having the privilege of putting in. So I think we're using that to our advantage, and that's going to be an advantage in the spring, and that should get us excited to move forward and get there.
Yes, shout out women's field hockey. We've been practicing 5-6 days a week, but I think this semester we've really embodied the term grit, and we're really excited to get after it, compete against each other now, and then compete against other competitors in the spring. So go women's field hockey.
Yeah, Quinn said it pretty well, but just we hadn't been able to get on the field in a really long time, a couple months. So it was really awesome to have the opportunity now to really get back the team chemistry we had and be with each other and work hard on the field so we can prepare to do our best in the spring. So it's going to be a great season.
Yeah, I'd say to my team too, the journey is long. We have a lot of ways to go, but right now we're doing the right things to get everything set in stone for the spring. there aren't many teams that are able to take advantage of the time they have with their team, and they're at home. So I'm happy we're all together, and let's keep grinding it out.
Yes, similar to Mike. We're here already, so we might as well just try our best and be the best we can be. And I think this spring's gonna be really, really big for us. Hopefully, win a national championship.
Awesome.
Well, I think that on behalf of myself, Brett, and Homecoming, thank you guys so much for coming to this panel. And on behalf of being your classmate, you guys really hold tradition very close and near and dear to your heart. And so that makes me happy as one of your classmates. You guys represent Penn State well, and I wish you luck, and I bet we all wish you luck in your upcoming seasons. And if you want to give a quick wave and say happy homecoming, unmute your mics and say it.
Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming. Thank you for having us.